guys. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Today is June 26th. It's Mercury's day. The moon is currently in Pisces. All right, finally out of that Aquarius moon. All right, we got a lot going on in the transits today. So, starting off, very first thing, the sun quintiled over to Chiron in Aries. We've got Venus that's going to square to the North Node, Mercury that's going to trine Saturn. And then with this moon in Pisces, we're going to have a trine over to the Sun in Cancer, square over to Jupiter in Gemini, and we're going to have some semi-sextile energy with the North Node semi-squared over to Chiron, and then a trine over to Venus. So the trine energy is good today, right? I'm getting like the water elements, the whole Cancer Pisces thing. All right. So if we want to add in there the trine over to what is in Scorpio, which is Palace. All right, if you're working with anything pertaining to wisdom and knowledge, all right, that may be of significance as well. All right. I did write down a few planetary hours that are going to be taking place. All right, so currently, right now, I believe I'm at the planetary hour of Mars. Just take a look. Yes. All right, so right now, what's taking place is going to be the moon in Pisces that's trining over to the sun in Cancer. Now, these energies are happening at the 5-degree mark in 30 minutes. All right, what time is it? It's 11:24. So yeah, exactly within 1 minute, this is what's going to be happening. All right. Let's read out the Sabian symbols with the moon in Pisces at, let's say, 6 degrees because we're going to round up. All right. It says officers on dress parade. The specific 6th to 10th degree in Pisces, it speaks about integration. All right. And this specific Sabian symbol says support for community service. When we serve the needs of the group, we may expect to receive its support. Tolerate others until they become intolerable. Says we receive huge benefits from being part of a group, whether this is seen as a family, a friendship circle, a neighborhood community, a nation of our species, yet it comes at the price of significant degree of conformity and obedience to controls and disciplines. Some involvement in some group is unavoidable and will inevitably generate a measure of friction or concession. Much of our life is molded by choices we make about how much friction we will tolerate in order not to be overly compromised. All right, so discipline and the appearance that is, but the experiment, it says experience, why can't I speak? Appearance is but the experimental exhibition of authenticity. All right, so a parade of army officers in full dress. So those I'm feeling like that are the leaders of the community service. All right. Let's do the sun in Cancer at 6 degrees. Take a look at that. A game birds feathering their nests, and this specific Sabian symbol speaks about growing. All right, so accepting the ruthlessness of nature. And however spiritual and compassionate we have to face the cruel imperative that something has to die that we may live. All right, so potential is expanded through ruthless self honesty. Says the social aspect of stabilizing our identity, of course, has to do with interaction between all the various aspects of being alive. And its most basic level, one group feeds another to create a food change. So it says we give life and nature to certain plants and domesticated animals so that we can later eat them. Very often in life we serve and are served and then are served up. On some level, we are all eating and then eaten. All right, so it's giving me like a cycle. All right, and that's been coming up in the readings overall too. I've been seeing a lot of like the world card and the full card, the world card and the full card. So anything that's ending right now, it's what's supposed to be beginning something new. All right, so by carefully feathering our own nest, we can help build our communities. All right, so whatever's not serving you, allowing that to end, and you being the one to feed, your community with whatever it is that you are showing your potential for. All right, whatever your group consists of. All right, so later on today, we're going to see the Venus square North Node. That one's going to happen at 12:07 p.m. All right, happening at the hour of the sun. Venus in Cancer. That energy more so is taking place at the, let's see, let me modify the timing here on my chart. Oh, so Venus square the North Node. Interesting. 11 degrees and 33 minutes is where it takes place. And we're going to round up to the 12th degree of Venus in Cancer. Chinese woman nursing baby with a message. Interesting. So, recognition of destiny. Sometimes it is enough that one person offers recognition in order for another to claim their greater destiny. Why does it feel like that? Like from one person it goes to the next, from one person it goes to the next, right? So recognition of destiny. It says, whereas the clown sees characteristic details to bring down the overstated individual, the visionary sees the integral wholeness in which an individual can operate, and so reveals their fullest as yet unrealized potential. So again, it has a lot to do with you showing your potential within a specific community of people. All right. It says we can offer a great service to another by seeing them more than they think they are. A true teacher will expect more of a student than they do of themselves. Materialization, it says racial characteristics offer a foundation for personal expressions. Now let's look at the North Node in Aries at the 12th degree mark. And this energy is a square. So this is more so at 12:07 p.m. today is going to be creating some sort of like tension in the energy. Where this one speaks about a flock of geese, a flock of wild geese, it says, expressing soul freedom, the existence and supremacy of a spiritual higher order in life is a matter of faith, awareness of the soul's transcendence. There exists a higher cosmic order which stands above, beneath, and within everything that human society tries to control. It is this that each of us is free, and when all of us expresses this freedom spontaneously and in good faith, then all is right in the heavens. All right, so it says involvements lack meaning unless they lead eventually towards spiritual liberation. All right, so just expressing where you want your soul's freedom to go. All right. And obviously, the flock of wild geese is going to be the community following you. All right. So that transit happens at 12:07 p.m. And then we're going to move into what's the most significant for today because it is Mercury's day. Mercury is in Cancer and it's trining over to Saturn in Pisces. A trine is technically like auspicious, positive energies. This one happens 2 hours after the Venus square North Node. So we're going to see that tension and then we're going to see some auspiciousness come out of it. All right, so that one happens at 2:09 p.m. Let me get the exact degrees for you guys. All right, so Mercury will be at 19 degrees and 25 minutes and trine over to the Sun in Cancer. I'm sorry, Saturn in Pisces. What am I speaking about? Saturn and Pisces over to Mercury in Cancer, both water elements. All right. And then we're going to be looking at the energy of the 20th degree mark. All right. So let's look at Pisces at 20 degrees. This one we spoke about before, a table set for an evening meal. This specific 16 to 20 degrees speaks a lot about spirituality. So this one is the affirmation of bounteous harvest. At the end of our endeavors, we are nourished by whatever we can harvest from our labors and experiences, living with an attitude of gratitude. All right, so the soul's sojourn on earth puts it in touch with so many things which are not of its essence. It learns of sufferings of loss and disappointment, of frustration and failure, of sickness and of death. Yet these darker energies are of the earth. And at the end of the day, the soul returns home and is guaranteed comfort and joy once again. All right. So it's almost like the energy is working back and forth today, where you're building your community of people. You're more so focused on the recognition of where you want, your destiny to go. And then it's shining over to the energy of what are you harvesting in? All right. Let's look at the energy of Saturn. Well, that was Saturn in Pisces. Let's look at Mercury in Cancer at 20 degrees. All right, so this specific 16 to 20 degree mark in Cancer speaks about maturity. It says gondoliers in a serenade. All right, so the celebration of permitted emotions. Society's grip upon behavior is balanced between reward and punishment. Romance is approved and supported. Celebration of permitted emotional expressions. Even the normal palette of emotional expression is ritualized. For example, in courtship protocols, and for the most part, we find happiness when we are able to conform with accepted ways to live out our feelings. The lightheartedness that arises when we do this is often festive. All right, so this technically happens at the hour of what is it? Of Venus. All right, and Venus is in Cancer, Mercury in Cancer, where the Sun is in Cancer. So this is going to be a very enlightened type of trine energy, where it's going to bring again positivity, auspiciousness, and just being in alignment with what you're trying to achieve here. All right. This one speaks about sentiment and it says the mind becomes clear when the heart is at ease. All right. So working more so with the emotional state. And obviously, this trine is happening in water energy. So that's really good. All right. Utilizing the energy of the intellect as well, as in Scorpio, the other water sign is where Pallas is. Um, I'm not sure exactly at what degree. Let me check it out. It's probably nowhere near that 20-degree mark, but let's see. Actually, it is. It's at the 21st degree mark, so that's pretty good. Good morning. All right, so it's at the 21-degree mark. It's not exactly, right where it's supposed to be, but it is in retrograde, so it's going to be working its way back to the 20-degree mark. All right, and where we're kind of in the vicinity from today, possibly into tomorrow with this energy. All right. Palace is more so like wisdom and knowledge, right? So if you have interest in like Scorpio is like the ruler of the eighth house. It has a lot to do with tapping into like deep emotional feelings and things like that. All right. So if you have interest in like life after death, things like that, then this is what you're going to be tapping into. All right. That best in Cancer energy that we had from the 17th over to the 19th, that was the heavy spirituality sense in those 2 days. All right. So that was last week from what was that? Monday through Wednesday. You were definitely going to be feeling a heavy sense of this moon in Scorpio energy, all right, with the Vesta in Cancer spirituality thing. All right. Let's move forward. I'm going to start the reading off. All right, so I just wanted to go over the Sabian symbols and the transits of today. Again, we're at the planetary hour of Mars, that is currently right now in Taurus. All right. Mars in Taurus over to where the sun is in Cancer technically is going to be a sextile. All right. Um, yeah. Let me just take a look real quick. It looks like that energy more so is going to take place um coming up in July because it looks like on the 29th we're going to see Mars sextile over to Venus. All right. Yeah. Right now, what we have going on today is the sun that's quintiled over to Chiron. So the sun in Cancer with the energies of like nurturing and being compassionate and loving and caring is actually working quintiled energy if used creatively in order to heal. All right, so Chiron is the wounded healer. All right, so that's what we're looking at with today's energy and the Sabian symbols. Let me jump back and get to where I am currently right now at 11:37 p.m. a.m. I like to look at current energies with you guys so we can explain it all. All right. So we did the sun and the moon, we did Mercury, we did Venus, we did North Node, we did Saturn. All right. So Jupiter right now, I believe I read this one out already, is moving towards its 8th degree mark, and Mars moving towards its 13th degree mark. And these two energies more so are going to be semi-steps out to each other. All right. They are one sign apart. Let's see here. So Mars at 13, I want to see that one in Taurus. Material acquisition and the inevitable pool of materiality that leads us to seek possessions and the improvement of our circumstances. So improving our lot in life. Right. And then Jupiter at 8 degrees. Revolt against injustice. It says wherever or whenever the powerful and rich take advantage, then rebelliousness is close at hand, assertive expression of self. This one's interesting because it's giving me like people at work going on a strike. There we go. All right, it says tension arises between the haves and the have-nots and is the primary cause of civil unrest. There is a warning here against allowing our material appetites to go too far and create the conditions for revolt. Typically, anyone vaingloriously showing off their attainments, whether material, intellectual, or whatever, will lose contact with gentle, modest people and then diminished thereby and find themselves living their lives surrounded only by the ambitious and the envious. That's interesting. So it gives a sense of protesting, and it says a constant, undeviating self assertiveness is wholesome. It says it is not only the right, it is the duty of self to assert itself and refuse to accept life circumstances that require us to squeeze into a lesser role than we feel is justified. We are obliged by protest against oppressors and demand what we deserve. All right, so revolting against injustices, excuse me. All right, you guys, let's get to the reading. What deck do I want to use? Yeah, this is the one. Let's do Vice Versa Tarot. Let's see what's going on in the energy. I want to pull from, obviously, my Astro. I want to pull from my tea leaf. Whoa. All right. Let's get a good shuffle in. Thank you for being here, the two people that are here. Just say hello. Give me some comments. Get me some action going on in this chat. What more so happens is as I tap into the energy, as I go through the astrology and understand what's happening in the transits, it always is reflecting what's happening more so in the energy as I do the reading. All right. So we spoke about community. We spoke about destiny. We spoke about, obviously, tapping base and understanding what the injustices are happening at this time. We have spoke about more so staying focused on your journey, right? Like that self-focused energy. I feel like the more that you can build yourself up, you can build the community around you. Okay. Well, there's the star card. All right, but it came out on the shadow side. So this is more so you tap and base with spirit. All right. It's not what I wanted to pull in the very beginning, so let's just get a good shuffle on everything and then I'll start pulling. But the star card just came out. Aquarius is energy. The moon just stepped out of Aquarius. That's where Pluto is at this time. All right, so let's say Aquarius and where Pluto is over to where the sun is in Cancer is technically discord. All right, it's quincunx energy. So that's interesting that they came out because it's kind of giving me where If you're trying to build a community of people, there's some sort of injustice around the energy. We don't know why, but we're going to find out. All right. Scorpio rising here. I believe I'm a Scorpio rising in Vedic astrology. So welcome. Let's do the shuffle with the astro. Okay, let's get started with tea leaf. Let's see what's going on here. Something flipped in there. What was it? Love, deep affection, and caring with the energy of the heart. Pineapple, reconciliations. That's interesting because that's exactly what I'm eating. Okay. Archway. New opportunities, possibilities, and paths that are opening up. And we have chair filled. All right, so someone new is entering your life. Down at the bottom of the deck, I have a kangaroo here. Unsettled times and the need to plan ahead. All right, let's see. What else do we have going on here? All right, so I see the boot card is here. It says increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. That fell out under heart. So whatever it is that you feel this love and deep affection for, something that you care about. All right, let's look at the pineapple energy with this reconciliation that wants to pop out the owl card. Good advice from a wise person. Okay, so either someone wants to reconcile with you, whoever this is that's giving you good advice, or you can take this reading as the good advice from this wise person. Hello. All right, to reconcile. All right, and whatever makes your heart flutter, it looks like. All right, whatever you have deep affection for. Let's see this archway here. All right. All right, so here's the key card. It says successful outcome to your problems is for new opportunities and possibilities and paths, all right, to open up for you. Obviously, you have the key to whatever this pathway may be. And then we have chair filled, someone new that's going to enter your life. This can be someone that comes in, a very wise person, to guide you down this path. All right. And I see fly, a period of ill health and depression. Interesting. So someone that's going to help you overcome this energy, if this is what you're feeling like right away. The first thing that I saw in my head was the Nine of Swords. All right. It gives me a very ill mental energy. All right. It's giving me, what's on the bottom there? Goldfish, increasing in material wealth or spiritual growth. All right. So I have a goldfish and a kangaroo here. Very opposites in energies. Okay. So if you feel depression, anxiety, stress, worries, all right, about anything, someone new is going to be entering your life. All right. It looks like whoever this wise person is that you're going to reconcile with here is going to help you increase your efforts pertaining to whatever it is that you have deep affection for. Okay. And this is going to be the key to open you up to that new pathway. Let's look at the astro. So let's get one over top of his heart in the boot. Right, what could this be pertaining to? The transits. All right, so we just spoke about all the transits that are happening right now in the astrological chart. All right, pertaining to the transits for today specifically. All right, so any of the changes that are going to be happening in the moods right now, let's run back. All right, so We started this reading at the hour of, what was it, Mars, with Moon in Pisces trining over to the Sun in Cancer. All right, both water energies. We're then going to step in at 12:07 p.m. to a square, which is going to cause some sort of tension. Then we're going to see at 2:09 p.m. the energy with Mercury in Cancer over to Saturn in Pisces with the trine, which is auspiciousness to tension to more auspiciousness. Okay, so that's kind of what it feels like. It's almost like you're being pressured here on building up this community of people. All right, reconciling with your group of people. All right, getting some wise information there. What's going on with this reconciliation and good advice? Supermoon, heavy emotional energy is what it is. All right, so supermoon's energy can be like when you have a hyper awareness of intensity within your emotional state is kind of what it's giving me, right? This can be intimacy, this can be you having some sort of heightened intuition, that type of thing. All right, so you're going to feel this person, the reconciliation of this person in your energy. All right, it's going to come through with the energy of the advice that you're being given here. All right, let's do archway and the key. So the new opportunities that are going to be opening up for you and the successful outcome to your problem is what? Taurus. So that Mars and Taurus energy could be of significance. All right, and where we spoke about it being at what degree again? The 13th degree. All right, so material acquisition. And it says the involvement with society's availability of material abundance inevitably attracts heavy responsibility and the habit of gain and acquisitiveness. I can't even say that right. It says these are the qualities of the material world and they make demands upon us. So this is what I'm saying. It's kind of giving me the same energy like with the boot card here. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals, especially if it comes to anything that you require that you want to be like materialistic. All right. So it says the industry that we serve is more important than whom we serve. What type of industry are you involved in? I'm involved in the spiritual community, right? So that's how I'm utilizing this energy. This can be different things for different people. I also have Uranus that's in Taurus, so I'm going to look at that energy and read the Sabian symbol for that one. We're going to round up to the 26 degree mark. Interesting because today's the 26th. All right, let's look at Uranus and Taurus, which I don't think is necessarily in the transits for today, but we can still look at the energy. I mean, it is present. All right, so this specific 26 to 30 degree mark in the Sabian symbols speaks about a Spaniard serenading his senorita. It says acting appropriately. So personal desires are acted out according to the permitted rules that our culture lays down, learning how to behave appropriately and having established our place in the community partly by doing what others do. We can then further our individual expression of self. We may look to do this through available social methods. What am I speaking of here? All right, it says in sports and clubs and music, for example, and finding various roles by which to evolve our lives, often employing glamour as an expedient. All right, it says constancy. As we speak, so we are. All right, so speaking your world into being, I'm kind of feeling that, okay, with this Uranus and Taurus at 26 degrees. Let me run back down to Mars at the 13th degree mark. I don't want to lose that in my symbols here. More significant to today's energy is what I'm saying. All right, so a man handling baggage is that one. Okay. So being grounded more so, remaining stable, tactile, that type of energy, right? Even if you got to put in the work, this is going to be the key to your success, is what I feel. All right, and this is why the doors are going to be opening up here. Now, there's someone new that is entering your life with the chair filled and a period of ill health and depression. This person kind of comes through as assisting you in some way. All right, so this person can be coming through by the third quarter moon. That's going to be taking place on the 28th of this month. So this person can be in Aries, okay, because that's where it's going to be taking place. The third quarter moon in Aries happens on, one second here. Am I good? Okay, June 28th. This person is definitely going to be in Aries, and this transit takes place at 7 degrees and 40 minutes. All right, at 5:53 p.m. on, if today is, this is person's coming in on Friday. All right, so this energy will be here Friday, 5:53 p.m. Last quarter moon in Aries at 8 degrees. Let's take a look at that. All right. The moon in Aries at 8 degrees. Let's read it out and see what it's speaking about. It says here, from the 6th to 10th degree speaks about drive. All right. So where you actually need to take action towards something. All right. Making readjustments here as we're waning down. Again, we're opening up to forgiveness. All right. Friday is Venus's day. I see Taurus here, which is the ruler of Taurus. All right. Venus is the ruler of Taurus. And Venus is currently in Cancer where the sun is. All right. So where we're receiving some sort of illumination here. All right. With the energy of the emotional state with the moon in Pisces. By the time the moon moves into Aries, we're going to be tapping into this 8 degree symbol. Oh, okay. It says a large hat with streamers flying facing east. So balancing passionate enthusiasm with judicious caution. It says spiritual guidance and protection. That's what I feel this is. I feel like this person that's coming in is going to help you during a period of ill health and or depression, anxiety, worries, whatever it may be. All right, so this is guarding our sensitivities. It says being open and sensitive to higher energies requires a wisdom that immature person has not developed. Protection is required to limit psychic forces until sufficient development of consciousness has occurred. Guidance is advised so that the source and implications of the wisdom of the East may be assimilated fully. Why does this give me like, when we speak about the East, think about the left side of your brain. And I feel like that's where the energy of higher consciousness steps in. It's kind of what it's giving me because I'm being attracted to the hat that is on this person's head with the streamers flying east. It's almost like any of the energy, anything that's opening up as you remain grounded, is expanding the energy of your higher consciousness when it pertains to your protection with spiritual guidance and how spirit connects with you. That's how I'm feeling. All right, so whoever this is that's stepping in is going to open up this pathway for you so that you can be successful. Has a lot to do. I'm kind of getting the owl is of like wisdom, all right, and knowledge, and we spoke about that being in Palace today, right, and trying over to either way you want to look at it, right, the Sun in Cancer and or this Saturn and Pisces energy, okay, or I mean the Moon in Pisces energy. All right, so Saturn and Pisces always gives this heavy, like, disciplined emotional state, right, where you can remain in control. Okay, Saturn typically rules over Capricorn, all right, which is an Earth sign. So anytime I see, Saturn come out, whether it's associated to the reading or not, we always want to think about remaining grounded. All right, it gives a very disciplined, authoritative, responsibility focused type of energy. Okay, so I'm just going to pull one last card overall for this energy and we'll move forward with the tarot. Venus, I like it. All right, so focusing more so on beauty, artistry, love right now is of significance. Venus in Cancer, we just spoke about that specific Sabian symbol. All right, and being at 12 degrees. All right, so the Chinese woman nursing the baby with a message and the recognition of your destiny is what's happening here. All right, whether you're involved in whatever it is pertaining to beauty, that can fall under Taurus's energy as well. All right, and whatever the beauty may be this new opportunity that's opening up, that's bringing in you in some sort of success with the archway and the key card here. All right, the key technically looks like the energy of Chiron. So we were speaking about how the sun is working well with Chiron's energy today. All right, for the 26th, we have the sun that is quintile to Chiron's energy. Okay. I like it. So the sun in Cancer, that's helping heal this energy. All right, that third quarter moon over to the sun in Cancer is going to be a square. So this is definitely going to be a tense time. All right, where that takes place on Friday. Yeah, the moon square the sun. Let's see what other energies are happening that day. The moon in Aries is then going to sextile to Pluto in Cancer, whereas where the sun and Venus and Mercury has been in a quincunx energy to Pluto, this is actually going to work well with the moon, all right, within the emotional state. It will then sextile as well to Jupiter in Gemini, which I like. All right. Why is that? The moon in Aries to Jupiter in Gemini. That's why. Okay, I got it. All right. So anything pertaining to like an expansion right now of kind of getting communication as well. And if it requires for someone to remain in power right now within their emotional state, that can work well. All right. So what else do we have going on this day? Mercury is going to square Chiron that day. Interesting. Okay. So the way that we communicate is going to have a very tense energy to pertain into how we heal. That's the way I'm looking at it. All right. So utilize this Venus energy properly. All right. Obviously, we're going to see the square happen at 12:07 p.m. over to the North Node. That's part of our destiny. That came out in the Sabian symbol as well. Now, let's get to the tarot. I need some space here. There we go. All right, guys. Stick with me here. Pluto being in Aquarius, there's a transformation happening there. That moon in Aquarius could have been very intense. It was very intense for me. I'm a sun Aquarius. All right. Let's see. It comes out. We got the Hermit on interesting. Hermit on the shadow side. Okay. I don't know if you are being protected more so from the background by a very wise person. This person isn't really showing face right now. Okay. Their back is pretty much turned. You can't see them, but I feel that they are there. The Hermit typically is where you're on a soul's journey, right? I see here Leo in the fifth house with Mercury's energy. I feel like whoever this person is, whether this is someone that's helping you spiritually, all right, could be a guide. Let's just be clear, we're talking about spiritual work here, right? What came out was Leo in the fifth house. That has a lot to do with like you being more so of the student and this one being the one to guide you, right? Like the Hermit is the wise person, the elder that's helping you lead your pathway. All right, lead you on your pathway here. All right, so I don't know if you have one guide that is walking away, a new one stepping in, because we do see a chair filled here. All right, so we have the Five of Cups energy, and this one tends to be more so on the shadow side. All right. Anytime we see the Five of Cups, that more so speaks about regret, loss, having to overcome this energy because it is in the position of the challenge. It's almost like how do you overcome and move on to the next journey here? Someone is in sorrow about someone leaving, is what this feels like. Okay. And that is a Scorpio energy there, the Five of Cups. So Palace is the one that's in Scorpio right now in retrograde. All right, there's a review more so of the emotional feelings and how to really understand what's going on. All right, maybe you're being asked to walk away from a specific pathway that you're on spiritually, because I do have the Hermit in reverse. But I mean, if you are receiving good advice from this wise person, interesting, because I'm seeing like a bird flying up in the sky there. I'm kind of feeling like, even though it might not be an owl, that's what I feel it is. All right. Good advice from a wise person is to tell you to overcome whatever this, this sorrow is from someone walking away from you or something like that. All right. Let's see. What's this person's goal here? Or what is the goal for you, right? We're reading for you. If you're resonating with this, you would know what this is. All right. It's telling you to open yourself up to self-love. All right. So this wise person here, the one that's coming in, because the challenge is for someone to overcome some sort of sorrow, all right, and or regret, to open themselves up to self-love. Ace of Cups. Okay. What more so happened in the past here? Ten of Wands. Someone was burdened with a specific energy. All right. Saturn in Sagittarius' energy typically speaks about being fulfilled. All right, Sagittarius' energy is optimism, it's spirituality. Okay, it's a specific philosophy and or belief system. So that's what this can be. Where in the past you could have been carrying this heavy burden, trying to lead yourself on this path here of changing more so your perception about life. All right, going through the dark night of the soul so that you can fully heal, come out on the other side, more happy emotionally. But I don't know. I have a heavy emphasis on why Virgo's here and Sagittarius is here. You could have been trying to perfect something in your spiritual world here pertaining to the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is when the two cups come together in a spiritual union and you're balanced within your masculine and feminine energies. And I'm feeling that. But there was a sense of sorrow over someone leaving your life, that type of thing. I mean, this may have happened or is going to be happening. All right, this is the current energy right now. So this can be happening from today to this weekend. I don't know. All right, let's see. I mean, the very first thing that comes out is Virgo's energy. And right now, Juno's in Virgo, right? Has a lot to do with relationships and partnerships and bonding and marriages and that type of thing. All right, so this can be like a counterpart that ends up leaving your life that you weren't expecting, that type of thing. And you could be in sorrow over this. That came out in my readings last week. Go back and check them out. All right, that came out in my readings. It was like someone's going to be leaving your life and it's going to cause sorrow. And it kept coming out with family. All right, so this could be someone in your family that's going to be leaving or something like that. All right, someone that possibly feels like they're carrying a heavy burden. All right, take it as it resonates, you guys. Let's see current energy. I'm seeing the Seven of Cups. Interesting. I feel like spirit is asking for you to call them in. Your spirit guides are only allowed to help when you ask for help. So if you pray that, you're being guided in the right direction, if you're not sure which way you're going here, if you feel like you're going through, once again, this kangaroo card, as I took a look at it, you're going through unsettled times here and the need to plan ahead, then I feel like this card speaks about you feeling like you don't know exactly where to go. Whereas if you were to just call in your angel or your spirit guide, they will be there to assist you, right? So that's what you're in right now. You're in a sense of, this can be like confusion emotionally. All right, this can be illusions really on how um you feel. Okay, this can definitely speak about like jealousy and feeling the obsession of the attachment to someone else, because this energy is Venus and Scorpio at its detriment. All right, so there can be like this obsessive jealous type of energy, needing to face your fears with something, that type of thing. All right, let's see what the future is holding here. The Four of Swords, the need to heal. Okay. It's the need to heal. Rejuvenate, rest, recover, recuperate, however you want to say it. That's what I feel is needed. All right. That's the energy of, is it Jupiter and Libra? Okay. This could be like having to go through like some sort of marriage counseling or something like that. That's what I feel. All right. So if someone's turning their back on you, all right, and you're experiencing some sort of sorrow around your energy, then the goal here is to focus on self-love right away. All right, because everything else seems very dim in this energy. The only thing that I see shining in the light is your self-love. All right, that's the goal here. It's kind of giving me like screw everybody else, focus on yourself. That's what it's giving. All right. So the goldfish here with increase in material wealth or spiritual growth, I feel like this is why you're focusing more so on self-love. The more abundant you feel within yourself and spiritually, this is how you exude the energy of prosperity, to be in your more grounded energy. It is what it is. All right, let's look at the environment surrounding you at this time. I feel like you're emotionally disappointed with someone. The Eight of Cups is here. All right, so technically the Eight of Cups is the energy of Saturn and Pisces. All right, but it is definitely auspicious in today's energy. We just said that. All right, so it's trining over to Mercury in Cancer, and that one happens at 2:09 p.m. So maybe later on this afternoon, you're going to have a sense of coming back together with someone from the past. All right, after feeling this very emotional, disappointing type of energy, here's Pisces, here's Scorpio's energy. All right, as we just said, that Palace is in Scorpio. You could want to talk to this person. You could pick up a book and feel this connection to something that you felt was missing. Okay, kind of gives that. Um, the Eight of Cups energy is giving me you possibly wanting to leave home, and the reconciliation can also be this. All right, tapping base or connecting with someone from the past. All right, good morning. I don't want to say your name wrong. Is it Tijuana? Tijuana? All right. That's what it's giving me. All right. The environment around you is like if you feel emotionally disappointed in something or someone, all right, then this is definitely you tapping base with either someone from your past. You could be having happy memories about this person, being very nostalgic about how things used to be in the past. All right. Or this can be speaking about some sort of inheritance coming in for you as well. And the inheritance can be your support system here. All right, your spiritual support system. Let's look more so about what your hopes and fears are. What are your hopes and fears here? Interesting. We got the Sun card. All right, it's on the shadow side, so I feel that you fear you aren't going to be happy once you reconcile with who this person is to you. All right. It's almost like you're waiting for your happiness to come back. Somebody from the past is very significant here. All right, let's look at the overall of the reading and then we'll start clarifying. The Three of Wands, but it's on the shadow side. I feel like you're tired of waiting around for your happiness to come. Almost as if, like, that's what you fear, that you're always going to be waiting for your happiness. Because if you flip these cards around, the happiness is you're planning for the future. Okay? And I feel that's very significant overall. If you feel that there are unsettled times and the need to plan for the future, then this is why you feel like this. You feel that you're continuously waiting around for this energy when it can be coming up very soon for you. All right, so I have here heavy fire energy. This is Leo here, and the Three of Wands. This is going to be Aries energy. All right, but we just said that the last quarter moon comes up in Aries where you need to start making some sort of adjustments in your life. All right, and that happens on Friday, Venus's day, which also came out in the reading. Okay, So stay grounded right now. There definitely is this very hyper awareness around your emotional state because of the transits that are happening. Remain grounded. Be open to forgiveness. All right. If you are feeling any type of anxiety, stress, worries, depression, a period of ill health, as they would call it, then I feel that right around the corner, your happiness lies. Okay. It just happens to be that you need to reconcile with someone. Could be a Scorpio because I'm seeing Scorpio energy here. Could be a Pisces. Could be a Leo, an Aries, a Libra. All right. Could definitely be heavy on the Scorpio energy overall. Okay. So if you're emotionally disappointed in something here, then I'm just seeing where the challenge is with Scorpio's energy. Utilize the energy of Pallas. All right. Tap into the wisdom and the knowledge of spirituality. How can you face your fears with what you are dealing with right now? All right. How can you increase, all right, your spiritual growth? Is kind of what it's giving me. The goldfish, they swim in what? In water. Okay. I'm kind of getting that. So tapping in with your emotional feelings is of significance in this reading. All right, let's clarify this um, hermit in the shadow side. What's going on with this hermit in the shadow side? All right, so I feel like this is, again, someone that may have turned their back or you just can't really see that they're there. All right, the hermit is definitely the wise one. All right, has lots of wisdom and knowledge about spirituality. What's going on with this? Whoa. Wow. And there's a high priestess. Hi, Kiss Kiss. All right, so that's what it's giving me. All right. You needing to really tap into the energy of your higher self right now and listening to your intuition. So that I feel like you need to call this person back in, draw this person back in. That type of energy. And it's again almost like you needing to tap in with your community of people. And that literally could be what it is, right? Maybe you stepped back, you took a break, you rested, you rejuvenated because that's what it said you needed. Or at least that's what's coming up in the near future. Excuse me. But you're in the sorrow here. Some sort of loss or something that took place, and this is the challenge. So what's going on? Maybe it's because you have these nostalgic um, feelings about this person. I literally said it. All right, so the Lover's card. I feel like you're in sorrow over, this connection that you've had with whatever this twin flame energy is. All right, you feel that you require this person to be in your energy. Interesting, because all the cards that came out, they were all more so on the shadow side. Now, as I'm clarifying, they're opening up to, the positive side of the cards, which is great. All right, so I've got Pisces here with the High Priestess. I've got Gemini's energy here with the Lovers. And what else did we say we saw? That's interesting. Virgo's energy here, but it was on the shadow side. All right, so heavy mutable energy, remain adaptable and flexible right now with the energies. I feel like it's just a change in energy. See, what happened was we just stepped out of this damn full moon in Capricorn that shifted everything, right? From mutable energy to cardinal energy. So the cardinal energy in Cancer is asking us to be more so compassionate, all right, for us to be more so loving and caring. And that's how we're initiating our relationships around us and the way that we love for ourselves as well and our family, the home environment. All this matters, all right? The way that we communicate with each other, with Venus and Mercury being in Cancer as well. Well, what was that? I don't know. I'm seeing here the Strength card and the Nine of Cups, but in the shadow side. I feel like this right here, although it's not clarifying anything, it's just saying have the strength to go after what your wish fulfillment is, because right now you're not really in that wish fulfillment. On this side, it's showing me the energy of the cornucopia. All right. The shadow side is more so like you're waiting for that to come in. You have to have the strength to go after and get it, is what it is. That determination. And that's where Vesta is right now in Leo, right? Vesta's of spirituality. You're sacrificing your devotion. It's almost kind of giving me the boot card. It's like, increase your efforts in order for you to achieve your goal, obviously. All right, let's look at this self-love with this Ace of Cups being the goal here. Ace of Cups. Oh, that was quick. Wow. The King of Pentacles. All right. So again, it's giving me that remaining grounded, very focused type of energy, right? On trying to achieve. The King of Pentacles is trying to achieve your own stability as well. That could be it. Maybe you feel unhappy if you're not like where you want to be pertaining to like your career or something. Did I not just see that energy? I pulled up the kangaroo card saying unplanned or unsettled times and the need to plan ahead, and the career card was right under there. And then there's marriage. So literally, this could be you wanting to be committed to your career right now and what you're planning on doing. All right. And even if it feels like unsettled times right now, it's just the need for you to make some adjustments, right? Third quarter moon in Aries. The North Node is in Aries, and we're speaking about destiny here. The destiny could be where your career and what you want to be committed to. Could be that. I don't know. But you are seeming to more so work with spirit in this reading. I like it. All right. Let's see. So it's kind of giving me you want stability, security, a foundation around your happiness is more so what the King of Pentacles is giving me with the Ace of Cups. All right, so let's look at the Ten of Wands and why you feel so burdened. All right, that was more so the past energy. Okay, the Four of Cups. All right, so you more so felt like you had to move on from something that you may have not wanted to move on from. To be honest with you, you may feel like you've missed out on a specific opportunity. All right, something didn't work out for you, emotionally left you disappointed. All right, you felt like obviously you had to start over with something. That could be it as well. All right, and that's okay to always start over because it kind of gives you a new perspective on life and where you're heading on your journey. All right, let's look at the confusion that's happening right now with you emotionally with the Seven of Cups. This can feel like there are secrets that are around you that you really can't put your finger on. Why are you feeling the way that you're feeling? That type of thing. All right. Obviously, if something left you burdened and discontent emotionally in the past, this is why you feel confused. It's almost like, where do I go from here? But this is why the archway and the pathway is opening up with the successful outcome to your problem is going to be for you to heal. I just said Chiron. The key was giving me Chiron energy. All right. So, Seven of Cups. Let's get into it. Why do you feel confused around the illusions or the secrets that you may be holding emotionally? I don't know. Maybe you want marriage. You want to be committed to this. All right. Four of Wands energy. All right. You want the stable home life. You want your career. You want marriage as well. You want you want it all. Okay. But it requires for you to put in the work and for you to plan ahead, is what I feel this is. Okay. Because it's very achievable, obviously. It's like you're waiting around for your happiness. How are you going to get that done? All you got to do is shift the energy, literally. Okay. Let's see. I like when the sun card comes out in the end of the reading as the overall because it shows like it's very achievable for you to be happy. Okay. Let's look more so at your healing process here in the near future. Four of Swords. Okay. Well, damn. Right away, Chariot. All right. So this is the sun in Cancer, obviously. Um, Coming out over the Four of Swords, I feel like you will overcome whatever it is that you're healing from at this time. All right, you will. I'm seeing 444 in your reading. Interesting, because it came out from the past, the present, and in the near future. All right, Four of Cups, just content and boredom. Four of Wands is going to be the marriage, the commitment that you want in the home environment, within a marriage, within a career, doesn't matter. And the Four of Swords, this is going to actually help you um heal. All right, really focus on that healing process. Give me 1 second, you guys. Why are you barking? No, you take it downstairs or you be quiet. She's the smallest dog but the loudest dog. She drives me crazy. Okay, so yes, I'm seeing 444. I believe that in my angel numbers book speaks about like your prayers being heard. So it's like you tapping into spirit and telling them what you want to experience more so. All All right. It says here, protective magic. Your prayers are heard. This number assures that you are being heard. Your angels are guiding you, surrounding you, and answering your prayers of protection. It may be a time of struggle, but you are being led into the light by your guardians. Take a moment to thank your angels for their protective presence in your life. Thank you, Spirit, right? So you just have to remain positive, all right? Remain humble, remain in the energy that everything's going to work out well. Okay. So let's see here. What is going on with this Eight of Cups? After you see the Chariot and the healing energy in the near future, what's going on around you right now? Why are you emotionally disappointed? Eight of Cups. I feel like you're disciplining yourself emotionally is what this is with the Saturn and Pisces energy. Well, all right. Here we have the Emperor, but on the shadow side. Okay. I don't know if there could have been an emperor, a father figure, a boss, or somebody that ends up, walking away from you. Because the challenge here was this energy of feeling sorrow, not being in this union anymore. All right, whoever you feel like your twin flame is, and maybe spirit is like, this ain't your damn twin flame. Okay. This is a heavy spiritual sense here with the high priestess and the hermit. Although the hermit is on the reverse side, it's almost like if you had a spirit guide that was helping you and assisting you and guiding you, all right, a very wise person, that wise person ended up turning into you, which is your higher self, all right, with the high priestess. So, one second. You're emotionally disappointed about an emperor. This could definitely be like, again, a father figure, a boss. Um, this can be you pertaining to your masculinity, all right, and your own energy, whatever this may be. But I'm kind of feeling like with the Six of Cups, this is heavy on why am I seeing Mars's energy here? Mars is in Taurus right now. Scorpio energy is what's in opposition to that. I don't know, my Scorpios right now might be dealing with some madness in their relationships, to be honest with you, because I'm seeing that here. I got the Emperor on the shadow side, and I'm seeing the Six of Cups. That's both like Aries and Scorpio energies. So if you're an Aries in this room, then the Mars and Taurus's energy can be where you're finding it difficult, emotionally disappointed, or feeling drained or something, where you want to take action to receive some sort of abundance or something that you value pertaining to finances, that type of thing. But with Scorpio's energy, it happens to be in the house of relationships. So there could be lots of arguments and things like that, which is leaving someone emotionally disappointed here. Why is the Six of Cups in the environment? Like wanting to reconcile, coming back together, having or thinking of the happy memories, all right, from the past. What is this? All right, this could be someone like Scorpio wanting to, oh shit. This could be Scorpio wanting to tap back in with someone from the past. I don't know, that's what it's giving me. But I see the Tower card, something destructive. My mind is constantly wondering as of late. So listen, this destruction here I'm seeing on the bottom of the deck. Someone destructed something pertaining to an empress. Okay. Somebody destructed something around an empress energy. And that's why they want to reconcile. Because it looks like the emperor is the one that is emotionally disappointed. I don't know, you guys. That's what it says. Alright, so me clarifying that Six of Cups and why is that Six of Cups here? Why is that reconciliation wanting to happen? There seems to be, or seems to have been, some sort of sudden changes around this Empress energy, wherever that Empress is for you. So whether this is your masculine and feminine energies within self, as you said, we need to step back into the energy of the King of Pentacles, all right, feeling grounded and stable again. How do you do that? It's by moving forward and having to remain balanced and heal first to bring yourself back into your happiness. Because at the end of it all right, what your hopes and fears are is that you won't be happy, but this is what you're waiting around for. Three of Wands. Okay. Interesting. Once again, this is what we want to see. This is how it came out. Okay. Let's clarify those last two cards. Hmm. You know, that counterpart energy has been coming out a lot for me lately. This has a lot to do with relationships. I'm seeing lovers here. I'm seeing the Four of Wands, which is marriage and commitment here. And then we have these two energies, which are the counterpart in tarot. Why is the Emperor on the shadow side? That's the question. Okay. I don't know. I feel like someone has to face the energy of codependency. This is the energy of the Death card. All right. Anytime we need to face the energy of the devil wants an attachment. All right. The codependency of someone else's energy. That type of thing. Whereas it came out earlier this way. Okay. What's going on with the Sun and Three of Wands? Your hopes and fears and the overall for the reading. The Sun and the Three of Wands. Three of Cups, but on the shadow side. All right. Interesting. Why is that? That cup feels like it needs to be filled emotionally. All right. Before you are feeling like you have it all. This is the Three of Cups upright. All right. Or not in the shadow side. This cup is being offered up to a specific deity, is what this card represents. Right? See how the other two cups are overflowing and this one's empty? You feel like you need someone else's energy to be fulfilled when technically you don't. You have the two cups, and that's the energy of your masculine and feminine energies, if you think about it, right? All you need is a spiritual union to be able to move forward in happiness. You don't need a third party, all right? You need yourself first before you try to go get involved with anybody else. I don't know. Somebody could be behaving stupidly. I'm looking at the energies that I pulled out the deck after career and marriage, and I'm looking at the bottom of that and this turkey card. All right, someone behaving stupidly. And this could be the energy. It's like, why is somebody acting so destructive around? If you're the Empress, why is somebody acting like they want to come back around now? All right. It's almost like, oh, now you finally realize my worth, the type of thing. Like, now you see that I'm valuable to you, that type of thing. All right, let's look at this. Yep. I feel like it's because this person noticed that they took a loss. All right, Five of Pentacles. That's what that could be. It's almost like if somebody's really waiting around for a third party to come in and express loss, it's like, no. Right? The Five of Pentacles is like this person may be just doing this because they feel left out in the cold. They may feel that they, aren't receiving any type of financial abundance coming in, that type of thing. All right, it just kind of makes me feel like someone's going through hardship when it comes to remaining happy. Or again, this can just be in the energy. That's why Spirit is asking for us to remain grounded and stable right now. Six of Pentacles, there needs to be an equal give and take. Okay, this is technically the shadow side of the Six of Pentacles. So there is a lack of an equal give and take. And then we have, this is what's causing the anxiety, the stress, the worry, all right, the period of ill health. And this is why someone new is supposed to enter your life. Okay, because you want to overcome that energy, you want to step out of that energy. All right, so whatever the codependency is, whether it's emotionally, physically, you need to step out of that energy. And it's kind of giving me like those adjustments are coming in. All right, things are being broken down for a reason. The Tower is happening more so within the feminines, to be honest with you, because it came out with the Taurus energy. All right, so it pertains to this energy here. All right, Venus, and how Venus is in Cancer right now, and Cancer initiating through the energy of, what is it, compassion. Okay. But beauty, artistry, love, it's kind of giving me creativity, the way that you express the energy of what you value that type of thing. Heavy on the career and marriage here in this reading. So whether this is you in a marriage, one-on-one romantic relationship, or if you're committed to something spiritually, I don't know. It could be career, it could be many different things, but that's what I'm seeing here. This is a hyper aware time of the changes that are happening in the transits, how we're supposed to remain grounded and allow for things to break down so that we can readjust our lives, open ourselves up to forgiveness, reconcile with those that are wise, that are going to lead us down the right pathways, and for those that aren't, are getting the hell up out of here. What up here? Okay. Interesting. I would imagine right now is going to be a time of everybody losing lots of different connections in their lives. All right. This didn't just start because I felt this energy last year. All right. When Pluto moved into Aquarius, I felt it immediately, like a heavy shift in where I was heading in direction pertaining to self and what and how I wanted to present myself out to the world. And then you notice who's there for you and who's not, who's going to support you, who's not. And then that just kind of, leaves you with who do you want to surround yourself with and who you don't want to surround yourself with. And this is why I feel like the heavy emphasis on how we're building communities of people. Those that want to like partying and drinking and having fun are hanging with those types of people. Those that are on spiritual journeys are hanging with those type of people. Those that are trying to build businesses for themselves are hanging with those type of people, or more so focused on self. If someone is stepping into a new relationship with someone that they feel is more, conducive to their energy, that's what's happening. It's so many shifts happening in the energy right now. It's just so many different things. All right, so I mean, you would know who you want to surround yourself with because that's the community of people that you're attracting, is what I feel. Those are the people that you want to be committed to. But I feel like there's a heavy focus overall in the reading of higher self, having to overcome some sort of emotional loss, disappointment, regret pertaining to a specific union that may have been not working out. A heavy focus on needing to remain grounded and focus on self love. If there seems to be where you feel confused about a specific marriage, then a time for healing is what's coming up in the near future that's going to lead you to a pathway of success. All right. I don't know if there is a masculine in your energy or this could just be you in your, needing to take action energy is why you have this sense of emotional disappointment around you. But if there seems to be in the environment of reconciliation that happens after some sort of destruction around the feminine energy, the Empress, this is what you're building, this is what you're working on in order to overcome and step back into your happiness. This is what you've been waiting for. All right, so offering up that that third cup up to a deity, I don't feel like that's necessary. It's definitely because you feel a sense of lack right now. You could be going through hardship because there isn't a sense of equal give and take, or right, no reciprocity or whatever it is. And this is what's causing the anxiety and the stress. Let me pull more on this because as I put the deck down, there's the full card. There's something new that's going to be shifting in the energy, I feel. All right. And we just spoke about Uranus's energy in Taurus. This is Uranus's energy, but it represents Aries as well as Aquarius. Let me go back. Because Uranus isn't going to go retrograde up until September. What we're going to start experiencing more of is going to be that Saturn and Pisces in retrograde, which happens on Saturday. And then we're going to see on July 2nd, Neptune's going to go retrograde. So a heavy, heavy emphasis on utilizing the imagination, your creativity, love. I feel like a lot of confusion is going to be happening around relationships and things like that. All right, the home environment, these things are all happening. Like the sun is shining in the fourth house right now. It's just what's happening. What the hell was I looking for? 26 degrees of Taurus. All right, so once again, this one speaks about depth. It says learning how to behave appropriately develops within us a calm wisdom that grows with age and a maturity in relationships that comes from respecting others' ways of being and doing, by which the embellishing our complete life expression becomes our central purpose. You see what I'm saying? So it's almost like, how do you want to express the way that your life is supposed to look, and how are you working with others and respecting their ways of being and doing? All right, tapping into some sort of deep emotional feeling with that. All right, Uranus and Taurus is ultimately at its detriment. At its fall. It's not comfortable there. It's not working with its most strength. All right, so acting appropriately right now, grounded and stable, and open to forgiveness. This could be a very mature way in how to move forward in life, and not like acting like a damn fool, literally. Just saying. All right, so I'll read it out again. It said a Spaniard serenading his senorita, acting appropriately, and personal desires that are acted out according to the permitted rules that our culture lays down. All right, so having established our place in the community, partly by doing what others do, we can further our individual expression of self. We may look to do this through available social methods in sports, clubs, and music, for example, and finding various rules by which to evolve our lives, often employing glamour as an expedient. Listen, once again, this is like you finding your specific community of people. All right. It's almost like flirting with your community of people. As we speak, so we are. That's kind of giving me as above, so below. All right. So, let's get a little bit more on after this hardship and wanting this, celebration to come through, whatever this recognition that you're waiting for. I'm feeling like this is what's holding you back from your happiness. But the way that you can tap into that is literally through self love and remaining focused and stable and grounded within your own energy. You don't need anybody else for that. Alright, there's the Hierophant. The Hierophant is in reverse. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Interesting, heavy earth energy there. This heavy grounded energy in this reading. Yeah. Remaining adaptable, versatile, and flexible with the energies is what we were going through with that full moon in Sag all the way up to the full moon in Capricorn. Capricorn's energy gave a heavy shift to the energy where it was requiring someone to be more disciplined, authoritative in their own energy, emotionally, right? Now we're here overcoming the energy of the moon in Aquarius, more so was independently moving forward. The moon in Pisces is more so like, what did you learn after coming out of that moon in Aquarius where you were more so independently working on your emotional state? Now it's almost like you're an illusion of how you're supposed to be feeling. That's insane. Right? You can do this alone. That's the Nine of Pentacles. It's like freedom, independence. It's like reaping the fruits of your labor, right? Focusing more so on your work. It said here with the Boot card, increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. Seven of Swords. It required strategy in order to change your destiny, literally. All right, but I see the Seven of Swords being in the shadow side. I don't like that because it kind of gives like you needing to step away from deception and those that are envious around what you're working on, what you're doing, how you're treating yourself in order for you to change your destiny. All right, because here we have it. The Seven of Swords is the strategy moving forward, getting out of there. All right, and this is almost like somebody trying to stick around in your energy and show off and be envious and deceptive in your face, holding back your destiny. That's how I'm seeing that. All right, I don't like that at all. I don't know. Increase your faith as well. Why is the damn Hierophant in reverse? I don't like that either. Nine of Cups. Again, you have to have a clear purpose on what your wish fulfillment is. That's what's going to lead you towards the energy of like your freedom and your abundance. All right. That's what I see. All right, one more and I'm done with this. King of Wands. I like it. AirPods are dying. I had to switch them up real quick. King of Wands. This is you more so like leadership position. This is remaining in control, being creative. All right, being a teacher more so. All right. Um, it's just kind of giving me like knowing what you want and going after it. I like that. All right. I don't mean to turn my back on you guys, but I got literally cards spread all over here. This is the reason I did this because I wanted to be able to tap base with my readings a little bit more. All right, so let's get you a guide from the hidden realms and where you should be focusing more so. I'll get you a crystal and then we'll get out of here. My phone's dying. Oh my God. All right. So it is 12:42, 12:07 p.m. is where we had that square with Venus in Cancer to the North Node in Aries. So did you guys literally understand the shift that was happening in the energy and why everything was coming out so negatively on the shadow side? That was the square. That was the tension on, the reading more so. All right, that Venus in Cancer with the North Node in Aries. Venus in Cancer's energy typically represents the birth of something new. All right, and the North Node in Aries obviously has a heavy focus on self. So, no wonder why this it came out the way it did. All right, and the goal. I like it. Let's get one from this deck. All right, it says this and that are true. Number 35, open-mindedness, perspective, nuance, and complexity. I'm seeing heavy red in this card specifically, and that is the representation of the root chakra. Once again, remaining more so grounded, okay? Um, Stable, focused on your security and your stability in your life, that type of thing. All right, 3 and 5, that's giving me third house, fifth house. That's Gemini, Leo, energy of a sextile. All right, Gemini right now is the expansion, all right, of your opportunities that are available to you. In Jupiter's energy, this can be within the media, this can be in communication and transportation with your siblings, anything like that. Fifth house is allowing you, with Leo's energy, Vesta being there now. It's like be able to sacrifice and devote yourself to spirituality and self-express in that way creatively. All right, and I'm also seeing the strength card here as well if I put 3 and 5 together. So March 5th could have been of significance, Pisces energy. There's so many different things that I can get from this energy, but overall, the root chakra is what I'm seeing, the red. All right, represents all earth signs. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So we spoke about Mars and Taurus, Uranus and Taurus. We spoke about Juno being in Virgo here with the Hermit coming out. Okay. What else? Capricorn is where Sirius is, a heavy focus on self-care. All right, agriculture. More so your nurturing sides. Okay. This is a lot going on. A lot. Let's get the crystal. I'm hoping by mid-July, you guys, I'm working on a project. I'm probably going to be starting my members only YouTube. All right, so if you guys want to subscribe to that, that'll be available. I'm going to be having specific readings on there. All right, and I'm going to be doing some presentations as well. At least that's what I'm striving for. Okay, let's see. Tiger's Eye. I like it. It says positive willpower, clear purpose, the power to manifest your essence into form. Number 56. All right, so reducing to 11. All right, 11 is a master number and how to co-create with the universe. Not only that, it is the justice card. We spoke about injustice in the reading, all right, with the Sabian symbols. And I'm also getting the fifth house and the sixth house here. So a heavy focus on what is it that you're self-expressing and how are you utilizing that to be of service to others with the sixth house. This can be definitely helping you tap base with more so a balance in your health. Um, it's kind of giving me more so and the amount of hard work that needs to be put in right now. That's sixth house energy as well. All right. So why am I hearing July 11th? What the hell is that? Oh, okay. July 11th, Venus enters Leo. Interesting. So Venus will then join Vesta in Leo. Pretty good. Venus and Leo, what is that energy? I can't remember right now. Is that where's my book? Oh, there it is. What is that? A love affair. Holy shit. A deep, dramatic love affair, a showy lifestyle, an excessive luxury and extravagance, and show business. All right. So tapping base with something that you're sacrificing and you're devoting yourself to pertaining to spirituality. I don't know. Kind of gives me something's about to pop off, some sort of connection pertaining to attached to this Venus and Leo stepping in on July 11th. I like it. All right, what day does that fall on? I'm nosy. I'm nosy like that. July 11th is on a Thursday. Ooh, so there's going to be some sort of expansion, opportunity, growth. All right, in that energy. Okay, I like it. So from Leo over to Gemini, Jupiter day, that's a sextile. Good. It's going to be pretty positive. All right. It's going to be working compatibly. Let's read out this tiger eye real quick and we're out of here. All right. It says tiger eye carries the energy of fire, which is action, and earth, physicality. This is the perfect stone to align when you're trying to manifest your dreams into being. It brings energy and vitality to your process while keeping us focused on completion of tasks, resulting in grounded action. I like it because that's what we're focusing here on, all right, with this Taurus energy and the pathway that's meant to open up for you here. All right, this is going to be a successful outcome to your problem. Just remain grounded at this time. All right, I love you guys.